Hello.
Oh,
yeah.
Well. Welcome to another episode of the Cammy Grayson Show. And you have Cammy Grayson in the house. And guess who I got? No other than Shonuff Nation in the house. Welcome, guys. Woo!
what's up, people?
Here. Look at here. So we got LTD, we got Beats by Bro, and Mike Ice all in the same house at one time. Oh, we lost one, but he'll be back. Okay, guys. Tell us about the group and how you guys got started. Starting with you, LTD. What you got?
Well, to be honest, we actually started because I was like a natural resource, and I was like dark-skinned, and nobody wouldn't let me in. So because Mike Ice and DJ Terrorizer was my brothers and they was brown-skinned, they introduced me to the people, and from that, we found out we had a mutual love for this music, and then we just kick-started from that. We started off like in high school, you know what I mean? Got into the hip-hop thing. We were different because we were from the Midwest, and at that time, that was unheard of. Didn't nobody want to mess with us, so we started releasing our own product, found out that people liked our music, started traveling, and that was the seeds that started Shonuff Nation.
Wow. So how far back do you guys go?
Back when Moses used to wear the Jesus sandals.
Kicking dust with Jesus.
yeah, you know what I mean? Like a lot of people really think Jesus is like the Caucasian painting, but I just happen to know that Jesus actually had a fade, you know what I mean? Said his hair was like wool, so it was nappy, you know what I mean? But no, we started back in high school years and years ago, really too many to even remember. But I come to think of it, I think we all pretty much grew to our manhood, you know what I mean, in this music. I can remember me and Mike, as if I remember, I think I can remember me and Mike back in grammar school. See, if you know anything about my man Mike Ice, like in Oklahoma, we was really the Midwest. We wasn't hip culture like what was going on. Mike was different. Like ever since I can remember, at the time, Mike used to wear like parachute pants and have mixed tapes from all this thing. Really, I blame Mike Ice for pulling me into this music because we grew up, what we say, at a financial crossroads. So I was going to be an architect, and Mike used to come by my house and clown me. Like, man, why you wearing pink shirts? Come out here. Let me teach you how to break dance. He called me a nerd. So, and once he stepped hip with me, because his cousin was a DJ. And at the time, Mike knew all the hip hop. I didn't really know nothing about it. And Mike kind of clowned me and pulled me in. Then once I got a hold of it, we started our own thing. So that's kind of what it is.
So Mike is sort of the glue that got you guys together, is what I'm hearing.
Yeah. So if it wasn't like Mike always had his finger on the culture. Like I knew about it, but I never thought about, doing it like ourselves. But Mike was like always our link. And then Mike introduced me to DJ Terrorizer, and DJ Terrorizer is a whole different story. DJ Terrorizer, when I first met DJ Terrorizer, it was like a movie, because I went to his house, and my man Mike Ice was telling me, hey man, you need to let my cousin DJ when we was putting up the band. And at the time, I thought I had the best DJ ever. It was my man DJ Rush, because he was from New York. But I went over to great DJ Terrorizer's house at the time, and I don't know what happened, but the police was at his house, and then the SWAT team came.
Oh my goodness!
I kid you not. And there was a bomb squad was there, and I went in the backyard, and he was sitting on the porch, and there was bomb people, and really what he had done, I think he hooked up a sound system to a car battery, but his neighbors thought he had set up a bomb. And when I came into the yard, the police was all back, and DJ Terrorizer was sitting in the middle of the yard, just as calm as can be. And so,
I'm just making music. Y'all talking bomb.
Yeah. What happened? And he said just as calm. Oh, he hooked up a car. If I can remember correctly, he hooked up a car radio to the battery and then played that through the sound system.
Oh wow!
And I said, "You did all this yourself?" And he was like, "Yeah." I said, "You're gonna be our DJ?" And he said, "No." But of course, later on, he came to his senses. That's kind of how. But that's a true story. It sounds like I made that up, but that's literally true.
So, Mike, what's your version of how you guys got started?
My version, I say through LTD because I've been, like I said, to iterate what he was saying, we've been knowing each other for a long time. But I remember long story, we used to walk home a lot. And Tony he had a notebook. I was like, man, what's in that notebook? He like, my rhyme. I think at the time his name was MC Spectrum or
Superior.
Yeah, Superior. Yeah. And so, like I said, and I'm gonna give a mad shout out to what they call a nerd, Tony. I didn't call you a nerd. I just said you were different at the time. I love nerds. Anyway, but I just thought I thought LTD was different. I was like, man, he's like, man, I'm gonna do this and do that. So I was like, man, whatever. So he was doing his thing, and then a friend of ours named Kaz, they had started a group.
Okay.
And so, like I said, I was a big hip hop head, so I was like, I got to be a part of this. I ain't even asked LTD. I just joined the group because I used to be the dancer. Yeah, no, first I used to be the DJ with no equipment. That was funny. I was a DJ with no equipment. We go get Terrorizer equipment. Yeah, I get Terrorizer equipment, and I had Terrorizer hook everything up. I didn't know nothing about hooking up. I get up there and act like I was doing something, and so one day somebody's like, no, I think I might have said it like, no, Caesar, Kaz and LTD came to my house one night. They like, look, Mike, you the homeboy, but we need to let Terrorizer be the DJ. I said,
we lost him. Man, y'all got some funny stories. So, okay, so since we lost Mike, he'll be back in a few minutes. LTD, what was y'all first hit? What was when y'all realized that y'all were going to be something?
We had we got to bring in my man Tyrone, who still works with us. Tyrone. So I went to Tyrone's office. Mike and myself, we went to Tyrone's office. What a lot of people don't know is if you remember the group Color Me Bad, and we went to high school with Color Me Bad.
Okay.
So Sex You Up, if you remember the song Sex You Up. So
Sex You Up.
Exactly. So Color Me Bad, Brian was my boy. We used to rap at school, and they were a group called Take One at the time. So they already had a management situation. Okay. So we was at school rhyming, and Brian from Take Me Bad, the lead singer, Color Me Bad, he was Take One then. I just called him Big Brian. That was before he got all cool looking like George Michaels. He was overweight at the time. Brian, hey, a shout out to my man Brian. You know I'm telling the truth, bro. But anyway, he took us, he said, man, you need to get with my man Tyrone. And Tyrone was from Chicago. So Tyrone really, if you know my man Tyrone, and you'll probably meet him later in the interview, he got this super deep voice. And he was this heavy set dude. And he didn't take no smack. So we went into his office, and I always been, I don't know if you want to say confident, or you can say I believed in myself, or I felt like I feel today that if you dark skinned, that you got extra power, because it's kind of like photosynthesis just draws the energy. So I went into his office with my man, and that's what I love about Mike and DJ Terrorizer. We rolled together. So we busted into my man Tyrone's office, and I was like, man, I'm the hottest thing ever. So you need to sign us. You know, my man. And he was like, I don't need to do anything. Y'all need to get out of my office. Y'all unprofessional and whoop, whoop, whoop. I didn't hear none of that. I was like, hey, you need to, and basically he was like, well, y'all need to do a show before you do anything. So we actually went and recorded, if I'm not mistaken, I think a song called MC's Power, and we recorded 3 songs, came back, and to be honest, our music was always different like it is today. So we didn't, I think we put out the first local product, and we put it out, and then everybody started doing it. But I think what happened was MC's Power, King of My Hood, Tossing It Up, I think was the name of these songs. Okay. But we'll say King of My Hood. That's what we were known for. But it wasn't like what everybody else was doing. So soon as other artists started doing it, they would kind of mimic their favorite artists, where we always been on the creating side. So we was kind of like ostracized, but we had like tight shows. Plus, I was extremely good looking. So people came to our shows. But it's always kind of been like, so I would say King of My Hood, but it's always been Shonuff. We were Crush 2 at the time, and other groups. They all kind of gravitated toward together, but we always been kind of our own thing, and that's kind of where we was. So King of My Hood, and it was a different type of song. It didn't sound like anything that was out at the time. You know, we were really about creating like we are now. So.
Nice. So we have one of your songs. Do you guys mind if we play it?
You got $5?
Yeah.
No, I'm playing. We would be KG. Can I call you KG?
You can.
All right. Well, now I ain't gonna call you KG because that's like Kevin Garnett. I'm gonna call you. Can I call you Mistress K?
You can.
All right. Mistress K, we would love for you to premiere our song, Distracted. So play it with the Shonuff Nation blessing.
Go for it, DJ.
First I see them fall, that's a call to the action. Locked up in the wall, now we all start to crack it. Barrels of the pump, now we fall to the passion. Distraction. Right up in my face, I embraced it by the taste. It was based on the bass, so I had no time to wait. Wasn't race, had a trace, it was thumping all in the face. I'm distracted. All I know that my flow is prodigal. Hoes say no, but that's where I gotta go. Just like kids up in municipal. I rip it, flip it, get it reciprocal. If you're gonna get with mine, gotta listen more than 3 times. Cause the Pope is the blind and the blind don't get the time. It was written, but it's hidden, forbidden, but that's a crime. That's a crime, that's a crime, that's a crime, that's a crime. First I see them fall, that's a call to the action. Locked up in the wall, now we all start to crack it. Barrels of the pump, now we fall to the passion. Distraction. Right up in my face, I embraced it by the taste. It was based on the bass, so I had no time to wait. Wasn't race, had a trace, it was thumping all in the face. I'm distracted.
Brain get misled, yeast in the body, hands on a shot, in a hearse from a verse, kill 'em all. Watching Channel Zero, trying to be a hero, no fight the power, late night, also, what's up, what's left, babies. Now you're crazy, handicapped out in a tout room, boom, boom. Doomsday is Tuesday, consume, clown costume,
First I see them fall, that's a call to the action. Locked up in the wall, now we all start to crack it. Barrels of the pump, now we fall to the passion. Distraction. Right up in my face, I embraced it by the taste. It was based on the bass, so I had no time to wait. Wasn't race, had a trace, it was thumping all in the face. I'm distracted. passion. Locked up in the wall, now we all start to crack it. Barrels apart, now we fall till the passion. Distraction. Right up in my face, I embraced it by the taste. It was based on the pace, so I had no time to waste. Wasn't race, had a trace, it was thumping all in the face. I'm distracted.
Nice.
All right.
So who came up with that song? Who wrote the lyrics to that?
Well, Mike and myself always write the lyrics. Normally, we collaborate off each other. Either I'll write a chorus and a verse, and he'll follow, or he'll write a chorus and a verse, and I'll follow. So, like, that's one of the big things about Shonuff Nation is Mike and myself, we're very similar, raised in the same background, but we both have distinctive point of views. So he writes his lyrics, I write mine, and then we try to collaborate, to keep things in perspective. That way, anybody that listens to our music, you get a bonus. You don't just get one person's perspective. You get a collaborate. And even the great DJ Terrorizer, even though you don't verbally hear him, he and Mike Ice produced the track. So he communicates through the way it's produced. So basically, that's why we call Shonuff Nation. Gotcha. Because we're speaking to a nation, and to a degree, you're hearing from a nation.
Nice. So, guys, how can people hear your music? How can they get to your music?
You can go to what we're doing right now. We're about to release this super dope product, but because we like Mistress K so much, we've actually opened up the doors a little bit early, where you can go to beatsbybro.com. That's B like boy, E like eat, A like Anthony, T like Tony, S like system, B like
Z.
boy.
No, not S. Not S.
Oh,
Z.
you're right.
Z.
Beatsbybro.com with a Z. BETZBYBRO.com. And we're opening up a special link for your audience to hear like 2 or 3 songs. That's where we're going to release the majority of our products through. But we're going to do something a little early. Okay. And to honor this interview and let you hear Distracted, maybe a couple more a little bit before. So that's where everything is basically going to go through beatsbybro.com.
Okay, so we will have that listing in our little comment section for you guys, so people can go to it and you can kind of monitor how many people are actually going to it and listening to it. So that's pretty cool. So what's next for you guys? What y'all got coming up?
Well, we're about to release EP exclusively through my man DJ T Nice. That's also a part of Beats by Bro, as well as my man Mike Ice. We're about to release a Shonuff EP with a collaboration of our songs. And our biggest thing is our performance. That's how we always have really spoken to our audience. And we're very fortunate. We have like a very diverse audience. We fortunately enough, we've been able to play in Europe, play in Canada, and play in the States. So we're definitely going to hit a few festivals and probably the beginning of next year start touring. So we definitely got some ideas as far as inside tracks, tracks on a couple of soundtracks. So we basically going to kind of take over the world. That's pretty much
like that. I like that.
And that is
our nation. So yeah, make it happen.
And that exclusive EP is going to be let out on Street Grind Entertainment.
Gotcha.
Oh yeah, SGE, Street Grind Entertainment. Yeah, absolutely. So basically, what we've done is we were about to release an album that we were already working on, but my main man, the internationally DJ T Nice, and it helps that he's 6'9". He kind of bullied us.
Nah, not him.
He kind of called me like, "Aren't y'all working on the album?" And I don't know if you guys ever saw the movie Friday. Like when Debo rolled through and said, "That's my bike, punk." That's basically what he did on the tracks. He picked out the ones he wanted. So I'm putting these out. So we're going to release an EP through SGE because T Nice basically came and took some of our songs. So we'll do that. That will actually be out soon.
Nice. Well, you guys know that anything we can do over here at SKST Radio, we're going to be there to support you guys. I'm thinking we should probably find somewhere for you guys on this tour towards Virginia Beach.
Ah,
Man, they have all
definitely.
kinds of concerts and things going on. So maybe we can figure out what it takes to get you guys on the roster for some of this stuff that's out here as well.
Definitely. We like I said, we definitely appreciate this Alan. We hope that maybe when every time we got something coming out, we'd love to be a part of Mistress K and come back and talk to you, or if there's anything you ever need from us, you know what I mean? We got your back, you know what I mean? We can interview people, or some of the people that you interview and getting out of line, we can smack them around, whatever you need. We here for you.
Well, thank you. Well, I kind of got that same bully you have too. So
I got you.
The more the merrier. I love it. I absolutely love it.
Absolutely.
So thank you so much for being on the show. Hey, I'm here whenever y'all got something new, dropping it, bring it this way too. I mean, hey, let's get it out. Let's get the word out, get people to make these sales, and that way I can get my $5 back.
Absolutely. And before we go on, let me just say this. First of all, before we do anything, let me salute you for two reasons. Number one, I feel like you got the same can-do attitude that we do, and you realize that the only way you're gonna really be great is make yourself great. So taking your career in your perspective in your own hands, number one, we applaud that. And then the second thing that Shonuff Nation would like to say is, and we'll put it out like that, we definitely celebrate our queens. And what I mean by that, a woman of color, standing in your own space, doing your own thing, we also support that. And I think a lot of people do, but I think it's more important for us to support us. So I want to, first of all, say we appreciate you and we salute you as well.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that. And I'm going to keep my new nickname too. So just so you know.
Thank you. Yeah. That's all right. Only thing is, if you use it, I do need 15%. I'm messing with you. I'm joking.
Okay, let me talk. Let me talk it over with my partner.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much. And anytime you need us, we're here. Get in touch with DJ T Nice. You guys can get my contact information as well. Let's let Mike give his goodbyes before we. Hey, Mike. Getting ready to wrap it up. You got anything you want to add?
I just want to say thank you. I'm sorry I'm in and out like this, but this technology, that's how it is. But I appreciate you taking the time to have to speak with us.
Absolutely.
Y'all just be ready for Shonuff Nation. We're gonna hit you, all right?
All right, sounds good.
Peace.
Okay, guys, until next week, right here, SKST Radio, the Cammy Grayson Show. Booyah!